Welcome to Business Connect, a podcast produced and presented by the City of Miramar in the great state of Florida, the gateway to the Caribbean and Latin America. This podcast airs every third Thursday in the month at 7 p.m. and brings you information, tips, and ideas from experts to take your business to the next level. We also get to hear from folks who have done it all and can share insights with you. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Johnny Douglas.
Welcome to the City of Miramar's Business Connect, where we connect your business to what's important. I am Johnny Douglas, your host. Today we will be discussing finding the right candidate for your business. When we explore that crucial question about who is the best candidate for your business, that becomes a challenging issue for some companies and some businesses. Well, to answer those questions and to give you solutions and resolutions for how to find the best fit candidate for your business, we have two special guests with us today. They are from Career Source, Broward. We have Mr. Tony Ash. How are you today, sir?
Doing well. Thank you for having us.
And we have Ms. Barbara DeVoe. How are you, sir?
Savo. Yes. We're doing well. Thank you.
All right. Thank you guys for coming today. I appreciate you being here with us because, as I said in the opening, most business owners have that challenge. And that challenge is finding the right candidate that will fit their model, that will fit their mission statement, and help propel their company to the next level. Right. Career Source, you guys have a great solution for our business owners who have that challenge. Am I correct about that?
Yes.
Yes.
So how does it work with Career Source? Give us an overview of what you guys do and what you offer to business owners who have that challenge and the many other challenges they may have.
Thank you, Johnny. So Career Source Broward, we're Broward County's reemployment agency. We've been around for 50 years, as my shirt says here. So we're celebrating our 50th anniversary this year, actually. Our organization, we provide recruitment, hiring solutions for employers, as well as job search assistance to job seekers. Okay. Our mission is to bring employers and job seekers together. We operate 3 career centers in Broward County, where job seekers can come in, receive services such as one-on-one job search assistance. Mm-hmm. They can attend our job readiness workshops, so resume development, interview skills, how to search for employment online. We even have a money management workshop to teach job seekers how to budget their money once they start earning paychecks. And we also, job seekers can also use our computers. We have computers, copiers, telephones that job seekers can use as they search for employment. We also have scholarships that job seekers can gain access to, up to $12,000 in tuition assistance to go to schools such as Broward College, FAU, the career and technical colleges, McFadder, Sheridan, Atlantic. But on the employer side, employers can use our career centers to recruit talent. We can host them for job fairs designed specifically for them and their needs. We also post jobs for employers in Employ Florida, which is our online job board, similar to Career Builder and Indeed.
That sounds very interesting because most companies have, like I said, they have that fear of even going into that, knowing that they have to hire, but what processes will make this easier for us? I'm interested in another thing you said prior to that. You were talking about the things you do for candidates to prepare them for a job fair that an employer may use you for. I like that element. I like the element of you getting them, like you said, job readiness.
Yes.
The $12,000. What are some of the qualifications for that? When if I'm looking for a job, and I want to upskill myself, and I want to be prepared for a recruiter to come and look at me and say, hey, this is a great job for you. What do I have to do, and how does that $12,000 fit in for me to do that?
No, thank you for the question. So to utilize our services in our career centers, anybody can do that. The universal population of customers. If you're a Broward County resident, even Dade County residents, Palm Beach County residents can use our career centers. For the scholarship, there are eligibility guidelines. So we look at household income or the employment or the unemployment status of the individual. And so there are eligibility criteria that would apply to that.
Okay, all right. Have you found it successful for do business owners use those employees and those candidates that have gone through your program? Do they prefer those candidates over someone who has not gone through your program, or does it even matter?
We find that job seekers that receive the scholarship, we have programs and staff dedicated to place them into employment, but a preference, the customers, the job seekers that's received the scholarship versus those that didn't, we haven't seen a preference in terms of who's hired.
Okay, that's good. So now that there's not a preference, you have candidates that are ready, they've gone through your program, and you have these business owners, these companies, because small businesses, even your major companies, your Fortune 500 companies can go through you and use this service that you provide, correct? So now that they have this, you have this already for them, you've gotten candidates for them, and now you're ready to start their recruitment.
Yes.
What does a business owner or a company get from that? I mean, like, what are the first steps?
No, the first step is to post the job in Employ Florida. If the job is not in Employ Florida, then the job seekers cannot find them. The employer is hidden from the job seeker. So the first step with our employers, let's get that job posted in Employ Florida. So we have staff in our career centers, they match job seekers to those jobs in Employ Florida, and the job seekers are uploading their resume. Again, and it's a virtual system designed for the employer and the job seeker to meet. We have a virtual recruiter tool that the employer can set up on their job order, and the job seeker can set up on their profile. The system will run searches even while they're asleep. And so they can ask the system, notify me daily, notify me weekly of potential matches. And so they go into their account, are they notified by email, hey, check your account, you have a potential match. And the employer can log in, see the resumes that are possible fits for their posting, and ditto for the job seeker for their resume. Oh, there's a job posting that may be a good fit for me.
So your technology with CareerSource gives the employer a good night's sleep.
Absolutely.
Because you're taking the burden off of them of going through that anguish of trying to figure out who best fit my job.
Absolutely.
Right.
The system is running searches for the employer against the job order that they posted.
Okay.
And if I can back up for a second, I failed to mention that all of the services we're speaking about today are at no cost to the job seeker or the employer. They're not free because they're paid for with public tax dollars. And there's value to all of our services. For example, an employer posting a job on another job board would cost them upwards to $400 or $500 for a posting to get that level of candidate search, having the technology work for them, things of that nature. With us, with CareerSource Broward and Employ Florida, there's no cost involved. So there's value to the service, and it's not free, but the employer they never pay us a dime. And of course, we don't ask our job seekers to pay any money. As a matter of fact, I joke with job seekers when I see them in the career center. I said, leave your wallet at home. Just bring a couple of dollars for the vending machine. Yeah, but you don't have to pay for anything. To use our computers, our copiers, no fee.
I see a lot of that's really good incentive. I see as I go to our neighborhoods here in the city of Miramar, and I go and do our outreach to the business owners, sometimes I see the signs "Help Wanted," and for me, that's who you're looking for. Those businesses who have the help wanted.
That's the hidden job market, by the way.
Right, the hidden job market. And so I'm going to turn here and let them know. You have CareerSource Broward sitting here. If you have help wanted on your door, you want to get in contact with CareerSource Broward so that you can get your positions filled with the right candidate.
Absolutely.
Thank you
I
for
just
that.
want to add, along with the technology, we also have bodies internally, staff members that will help you through each process, whether it's opening a new job, creating a job in the system. We have individuals to help you through that process. If you're a job seeker, we also have staff members that help you along the way to find the right fit for the skills and the career that you're looking for. And on the business side, we have the business team that helps you with that process. So there's hand-holding, there's technology, which is awesome, and then there's also bodies that will help you through the process.
You have a team.
Yes.
The employer has a team, literally has
Yeah.
a team, and that's of great value to smaller businesses, to small and mid-sized businesses that don't have the resources to do those type of candidate searches and resume reviews and things of that nature.
Wow. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. Now, the next question is, can a nonprofit organization use your service?
Absolutely. We'll provide services to any business in Broward County, as long as you're in Broward County, nonprofit or for-profit.
Yep. You can be a for-profit business, a nonprofit organization, or a governmental municipality entity. It doesn't matter, all sizes, small, medium, large. We work with all employers in Broward County. The jobs we post and recruit for blue-collar jobs, white-collar jobs. So from construction trades all the way to CEO level positions.
Okay, it's almost like this. You're almost like a hidden gem that not too many people
We don't want to be.
know about. Right.
That's why we're here.
And I'm glad you're here.
Yes.
So because I want all of our business owners to realize that there is help out there.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And it's at no cost to them to get these services and the resources that you have to better their business and upskill their employees. By speaking of upskilling their employees, do you have any training that's available for business owners that they can train their team or their employees in a more proficient way to run their business?
Yeah, thank you for the question. We do. I like to consider them the big three. So going back to my Miami Heat, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh days, I call it the big three. So we have our on-the-job training program.
Okay.
That's probably our most popular training solution to employers, where if the employer has a vacancy and they haven't been able to find the right candidate with the skills to do the job, if the employer is willing to hire and train someone that doesn't have the skills, Carisso's Broward will step in and help them with some of the pain of that training. Okay. So, and the cost of training, and we do that through a wage reimbursement. Okay. Johnny, employers could possibly receive more than $20,000 in wage reimbursement for a trainee, one employee, over $20,000 for one employee. So that's our on-the-job training program. We also have a paid internship program where Carisso's Broward is the employer of record. The employer provides the work activity, the work site. We pay the employee. The employee is on our workers' comp insurance, and it's a 13-week internship. Right. So that's designed to provide the employer with assistance if they need help, in the office or working on a project. And we have customers in our programs that we need to attach to a work activity. We need to reattach them to the workforce. They're unemployed, so we want to cure that gap that's on their resume. So we make the marriage there. The goal there is for the employer to like the intern so much that they offer them a job. Right. Say, hey, I don't want you to intern with me anymore. I don't want to lose you, because the intern is job searching for a more permanent job. And so, but if they're doing a good job at the site, the employer, and we've had this happen, the employer will say, hey, I don't want to lose you. So I want to offer you employment. And so that's a great success story. It's a win-win.
It really is. I find a lot of kids who are graduating from high school who are not really sure about what their career path is that will benefit from the internship. Yes. And maybe going into an internship they never thought about and thinking like, wow, I really like doing this. Right. I wouldn't mind seeing myself making this out of a career. Yeah. So that's a twofold thing where you're helping also a creative mind find their career path, as well as helping a employer as well.
And it's interesting that you brought up the youth because we have a very robust summer youth employment program where each year we put upwards to 800 kids to work with private employers, nonprofits, governmental entities. I believe the City of Miramar,
Yes.
you guys have been a great partner throughout the years, employing youth in the communities. We try to place the youth into jobs in their communities or near their communities. And it's an 8-week work experience where the youth are paid by Carisso's Broward. The employer is providing the work site and the work activity. And we've also had success stories where the youth, even after the summer, they've been offered part-time jobs because, of course, they're going to school.
Right.
These are youth ages 16 to 18 that are disadvantaged youth, household income.
Okay.
But after the summer, they've been offered part-time jobs with the employer. And some, once they graduated high school, they worked for the employer full-time. So we've had success stories there. But the third of the big three, going back to your original question, is what we call our incumbent worker training program. And so this is a program designed for employers that have a training need for their existing staff. They need to give them a skills upgrade. Maybe there's a certification that the department needs. Maybe there's a new piece of equipment coming online in that industry. And in order to not fall behind their competitors, the company, the employer, will need to train their team and get them skilled up to use this piece of machinery or use this technology. We'll step in and help the employer with the cost of that training as much as 90% of the training costs. So that's the cost of the trainer, materials associated with the training. And so that's the third of the big three in terms of the
What are
training.
the qualifications for that, for a business owner? Is there a certain income level as far as what their gross net is, or
No.
how does that
No,
look?
we don't look at the employer or the company's financials. It's just as long as they've been in business in Broward County for a year, and the staff that they want to train are Broward County residents. A majority of if it's a cohort, a majority of Broward County residents.
That's awesome. I mean, so this is Career Source Broward.
Yes.
You guys are telling me some things that I didn't even know that you guys did. So thank you so much for that information. I'm going to switch hats here for a minute, and Barbara, for a while, you and I have been talking about one of my passions.
Yes.
And I know it's offbeat, but I want to talk about it a little bit now.
Sure.
Apprenticeship programs.
Yes.
Apprenticeship programs, to me, is like the next best thing if a person has been incarcerated or trying to get their life back on track, or for a grown-up who has decided, I'm pivoting. I've been in the banking business so long, and now I want to do something different.
Yes.
I want to work outside more. I want to do more of the trades. How does Career Source Broward apprenticeship programs work with?
So first, Johnny, I want to talk to you about apprenticeship program. There are some understandings of apprenticeship programs that I think many employers and job seekers in the community are confused about the program and what they can do with it. Apprenticeship programs are a great opportunity for an individual to not only receive training, but get paid while they're getting training, because many adults who honestly think of apprenticeship, they think it's just training without getting an income, but it comes together. So you have the opportunity to learn a skill, increase your career path, and then get paid for it while you're learning. And I think it's one of the things we should push for youth, especially because you're hearing nowadays that the trades, they're losing individuals because either they're retiring or it's just not appealing to get into the trade. So apprenticeship programs are a great opportunity to introduce that to those uncommon community members.
Awesome. My father was a construction worker,
Oh, nice.
and so I learned everything from him. He worked for a construction company who built like the Holiday Inns, the Red Roof Inns, and all those. So when he would do his side work on the weekends, he would take me with him. So I know a lot about the construction area where, putting in a kitchen is no problem for me, taking out a bathroom is, I can do all those things. But also going to school, they had wood shop. when I was in school, telling
Yes.
my age now,
Yeah.
they had wood shop, they had home ec.
Yes, they
You know,
do.
they had those things. And so now those things are out. So now apprenticeship programs is more appealing to me because it's kind of replaced
Sure.
what the schools no longer offer, but apprenticeship programs offer. My question to you is, how does that, what are the requirements for a business owner, say a construction company who wants to get into apprenticeship program, and he wants to start offering that for his business?
So for CareerSource specifically, Johnny, we are a resource to the apprenticeship world. We connect employers who are interested in the apprenticeship program with the Department of Education. We have contacts there that when an employer expresses to us they want to become an apprenticeship program, there are some requirements we go through with them, so we don't waste their time going into DOE and explaining to them they want to become an apprenticeship program, but they don't meet the requirements. So we try to massage that before we connect them with DOE. When they've reached that point, we then have a group meeting and try to understand what are some of the curriculums that they're looking to develop within their company. So we're partnered with DOE to help them through that process.
Awesome.
So there's a few requirements, but we try to give them those requirements prior to that meeting so they can be prepared.
Okay, awesome. We know the benefits that it offers for the apprentice. The apprentice, I guess I want to say that. Yeah.
Yes.
But what about the business owner? What about what are the benefits for that business owner? Like, we know that the apprentice gets paid, and they can get to get certified and all those things and become a plumber or become HVAC. But me as an employer who's in the program, who's offering this, what are the benefits for me?
Well, one of the benefits I can definitely say, Johnny, is retention. It helps with the retention factor. I'm sure Tony has a few more that he can add, but definitely retention has been one of the key components of using an apprenticeship program to maintain that, maintain your employees.
Right. And that goes back to the
Right.
recruitment, what we were talking about before,
Yes.
the recruitment of how now even through and that's why I wanted to bring this in too, because even through your apprenticeship program,
Yes.
you provide a better way for even your recruitment through an apprenticeship program, which ties into your whole recruitment area
Yes.
of how you can help business find the right candidate.
Correct.
Because if you're recruiting somebody through an apprenticeship program, they're working with you, you know their work habits, you know what
Yes.
they're capable of
Right.
doing, you're going to keep them with you, and if they're really, really good, you're going to grow them in your business. So therefore, that's another way you guys are doing that.
Correct.
As far as recruitment.
Yes.
Right, and that ties in with the employer, the benefits of the company, what the employer receives. They get appreciation, they get loyalty from the apprentice because the employer is investing in the employee, the team member, the apprentice. And the employer also, by developing that apprenticeship program, now they have a structured way of training their team, and elevating
Right.
and upgrading the skills of their team. And on the financial side, CareerSource Broward, if that program is registered with the state of Florida, as Barbara mentioned, they're eligible to receive the funding assistance from us for the OJT, the on-the-job training portion of the training. So again, we can step in and pay upwards of 75% of that apprentice's wages during a up to 6 month period, which is what we call the training period. Some apprenticeship programs can last upwards to 2 years.
Right.
But with our funding, our assistance, we can step in and help for up to 6 months. So the employer is, again, not feeling a lot of that pain in terms of the financial costs to elevate that employee.
And I just want to say, it goes back to us not wanting to be the secret. We want to get the information out there to our employers, to our job seekers. They understand, so they can understand we're here as a service to them, and they should use us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If I were a business owner, I think I would be dialing up your number right now and finding out who can I get in contact with to help me find the right candidate for my business. I go back to that all the time because you go to some places and you find out, like, why are you working here?
Yes.
Because it's a bad fit for the business.
Sure.
Because they didn't take the time to find out the right candidate. And what I love about what you guys do is that you not only train the candidates and get them prepared for an employer, but you actually go through and say, okay, looking at his resume, looking at what they're presenting to me here, I think you may work better over here. I think so you can help kind of steer them to the right employer, correct?
Yes, we do that job matching, but you bring up a good point, Johnny. We also do skills assessments for employers and for the job seekers. So if an employer is posting a job with us and doing a recruitment and they're looking for candidates that have customer service skills, right? And we learned this during coming out of the Great Recession. You know, resumes were awesome and everybody was proficient at this and excellent at that, you know. But you know, folks that were excellent and proficient in Excel, once you put them in front of the computer, okay, I can this spreadsheet, I can put a number here, but I don't know how to do a formula. I don't. It's what happened to your proficiency?
Right.
What happened to those excellent Excel skills that was on your resume? You know. But so what we did and what we've been doing for many years now is offering skills assessments.
Awesome.
And so we can assess that candidate's ability with Excel or Word or, believe it or not, operating a forklift.
Okay.
So how you assess someone's ability to operate a forklift without putting them on a forklift, because we don't have any forklifts in our career centers, okay? But we were able to do it using the tools that we have. So we help employers that way to kind of assess the abilities and capabilities of the candidates that they're seeing, you know.
One last question. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, and to add, I just want to make sure employers understand we have a labor market tool that we can use to help them identify, you know, information about how the market is, how to possibly create a job order, a job description if they haven't had one, or what's the wage they should pay someone for a specific position. We help with that also. And Tony, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so we have labor market information. We have access to labor market information. So we can guide an employer, provide information to an employer, what are the prevailing wages in a particular occupation or industry that they're trying to figure out if their wages are competitive in the local area. We can give them that information. We also launched recently on our website an economic dashboard that has at your fingertips information about the latest unemployment data, the labor and supply demand, you know. And right now, if every unemployed worker in Broward County got a job, Johnny, we would still, there's a labor deficit of 4,000 jobs, 4,000 unfilled jobs out there. So, but that information is on our website. The economic dashboard has all types of relevant labor market and economic information on there.
That's good. I'm glad you have that posted under the labor trends and what's going on, so business owners can be aware of a pivotal time that they should be watching out for, and other things that comes up that may propel them to do better in their career, in their business.
Right.
One last question. Most business owners that I speak with are busy running their business. They may not have time to come into the office and talk to you about some of their needs. Is there a way online that business owners can get the information they need, and you get the information from them that they need to start the process?
Absolutely. The best way to connect with us is on our website. We have forms, interest forms that employers can fill out. I'm gonna plug a couple of websites here. We have www.savewhileyoutrain.com, savewhileyou, the letter U, train.com. So if an employer is interested in a training grant, and they want to do a skills upgrade, they can engage us and reach out to us there. Just give us some information about the company, click submit, we'll get it, we'll contact them and set up a meeting. That meeting can be virtual. You know, we have Zoom now, you know, from the pandemic from 2020, you know, so we've incorporated Zoom and virtual meetings into our fabric now. So we can meet with them. We like to go and engage with them and meet with them in person, shake hands. But we do virtual meetings as well. But our website, employers can contact us, reach out to us. There's a lot of information, great information on our website, www.careersourcebroward.com. So careersourcebroward.com or savewhileyoutrain.com. Employers can reach us there. I just want to, if I may, Johnny, One more service that we provide to employers. So we spoke about the workshops to job seekers, the job readiness workshops. Well, we've launched recently some workshops designed for employers to come in and learn on relevant topics, workforce development topics, HR topics, such as how to recruit and retain talent, how to leverage artificial intelligence in the workplace. AI is coming.
Right.
You know, if you're watching 2020 and 60 Minutes, it's coming. And topics such as how to utilize internships to develop your talent pipeline. So these are workshops that we're rolling out for employers in our Workforce Wednesdays seminars. So these are bi-weekly seminars that we do in our career centers, but we also offer them virtually.
Okay.
And employees can register on our website at careersourcebroward.com.
That's amazing. So here we have it. Career Source Broward, you guys have everything that an employer will need to connect with the right talent, but also to upskill their employees and also to get information on them, on their business and how they can pivot themselves to the next level as well.
Yes.
So we thank you guys for being here today. It's been a pleasure to learn more about Career Source Broward. I'm a fan now.
Good. Thank you.
And to all of you who are joining us for this episode, I'd like you to follow us on Facebook and our LinkedIn page, where you will learn more about what our economic development and housing department does and how we impact the city of Miramar's economy. One of the ways we impact it is through our Shop Local Open Rewards program. How does this work? Download the app, Shop Local Open Rewards. Register as a user. Once you register as a user, you can begin shopping at all your favorite stores in the city of Miramar that participates in the program. This is how we make the impact, an economic impact in our city. So shop, earn 5% cash back as you shop. Also, we'd like to invite you to register for our newsletter, the Miramar Business Pulse. It's MiramarFL.gov/Business Pulse. There you will find everything that the city is doing when it comes to events, when it comes to webinars, when it comes to our training and networking events. We look forward to seeing you at all of those events that we have in the city of Miramar, because we're here as a city for you. Again, Johnny Douglas, I'd like you to be nice, be kind, but most of all, stay connected.
Thanks for listening to the Business Connect podcast. Be sure to visit MiramarFL.gov/podcast to join the conversation, access the show notes, and discover our fantastic bonus content. We would love for you to subscribe, rate, and give a review on iTunes. Until next time.